Hello and welcome. In this explainer, we're going to dive into a really critical shift in hotel commercial strategy. We're talking about the big move from being reactive to becoming predictive. Our focus? It's all about the tools and the mindset you'll need to hold on to your most valuable corporate clients. I'll be your guide for this module. Think of me as your AI specialist with a lot of experience in modern hospitality operations. I'm very pleased to welcome all of you, the students of Europe Hotel School, to this online learning journey. Together, we're going to explore the future of hotel commercial management.
All right, let's just start with the big, high-stakes question every single hotel manager has to face. How do you stop a major corporate account from leaving? And, more importantly, how can you see it coming before it's way too late? This is the core problem we're going to solve today.
To really get the solution, we first have to understand the old problem, what I call the costly silence. This is that really critical time when a valuable client is quietly slipping away, and the hotel has absolutely no idea.
You know, in the traditional model, managing an account was like trying to drive a car by only looking in the rearview mirror. A manager would get a monthly report, see that a top client's bookings had completely vanished, and only then would the frantic phone calls begin. But by that point, the damage was already done.
But here's the good news. The industry is in the middle of a revolution. We are finally moving away from that reactive past and into a predictive future, and it's fundamentally changing how we manage our most important business relationships.
And listen, this isn't just some passing trend, it's a core strategic principle. As your own curriculum at the Europe Hotel School London emphasizes, a proactive approach is absolutely essential for any successful commercial strategy in hospitality today.
So what's powering this whole revolution? Well, the new arsenal for the modern hotelier includes some really sophisticated predictive analytics platforms. These things are driven by powerful machine learning algorithms that can spot subtle patterns in booking data that a human being would almost certainly miss.
Let's take a closer look at the engine that's really driving this strategic shift. It's all about changing the role of data in our day-to-day operations, moving from simply reporting on what already happened to anticipating what's going to happen next.
This chart really shows the fundamental change in mindset. See, reporting is history. It tells you why you lost money last month. Anticipating, that's foresight. It predicts which client's at risk of leaving next month, giving you the power to actually step in and do something about it. It's a huge shift from playing defense to playing offense.
So how does this actually work day to day? Let's walk through a scenario. Say you have a key account that normally books 20 rooms a week. Suddenly, they only book 5. The AI detects that anomaly immediately. Then it analyzes the possible cause. Is it a holiday week? Or did a competitor just launch a big new corporate rate? The system instantly triggers an alert to the account manager, who can then make a smart, proactive call instead of a desperate one a month down the line.
And this is where the theory turns into actual profit. Getting an alert is one thing. Knowing how to act on it is what protects and grows your revenue. So this section is all about turning these powerful insights into real, concrete, revenue-generating actions.
First things first, we have to completely redefine what value means. It's not just about the room rate anymore. We need to be looking at the total guest value. This gives you the whole picture of a client's worth, including every single dollar they spend at your property, from dinner in the restaurant to using the conference rooms.
This concept is so incredibly important. For decades, negotiations were almost all about room revenue. But look at this. A massive 40% of a client's total contribution, coming from food and beverage and other services, was pretty much ignored. These predictive tools finally make this entire value visible.
This brings us to a really critical term, churn. Churn is simply the risk of a client leaving. By combining that total guest value with risk signals from the AI, you can prioritize your efforts. This lets your managers focus on the high-value, high-risk accounts where stepping in will have the biggest financial impact.
Now, predictive analytics has another huge advantage. It doesn't just help you keep the clients you have, it can actually uncover business you didn't even know existed. Let's explore what I mean by that. The AI basically acts like a data detective. It sifts through thousands of individual guest bookings looking for hidden patterns. For instance, it might notice that dozens of guests who are all booking separately have email addresses from the same big corporation. This is what we call unmanaged travel. Your sales team can then go to that company with cold, hard data and negotiate a formal corporate account.
What you're doing is converting all these scattered, unpredictable bookings into a stable, contracted, and predictable stream of revenue.
It's honestly one of the most powerful ways to use this tech for business growth. All right, let's move into our final section and see how all of these pieces come together to hit the ultimate goal, turning those transactional client negotiations into long-term, data-driven partnerships.
Just as you're taught in your studies, data is the most powerful tool you have in any negotiation. When you can actually quantify the total value you provide, you change the entire conversation.
And this is a major shift. The old negotiation was this defensive haggle over the price per night. The new conversation is a collaborative partnership built on proving your total value. You're no longer just a vendor. You're a strategic partner who contributes to their business's success, and you've got the data to prove it.
So I'll leave you with this final thought as you get ready to start your careers. The tools and strategies we've talked about, they're not science fiction. They're already here. The question for you, the next generation of hospitality leaders, isn't if this change is happening, but how you're going to use it. Are you going to be the manager who just reports on what went wrong? Or are you going to be the leader who predicts and shapes what comes next?